Hey, it is no coincidence that Valve released the Steam Deck 1 week after the disappointing reveal of the Nintendo Switch OLED edition. Many people have drawn comparisons between the Steam Deck and the Nintendo Switch OLED edition. In this video, I'm going to talk about the comparisons between the two devices and if they really are in direct competition with each other. My name's the Gaming Man. We're gamers. Let's all get along. So Steam Deck is way better value than the Nintendo Switch. For only $399, which is $50 more than Nintendo Switch OLED edition, you're getting a custom built APU from AMD, which is a combination of a GPU plus CPU, which is a cut down version of both the Series X, S and PS5, effectively making the Steam Deck portable next generation console. Contrast that to the OLED Switch. Yes, it has a better 7-inch OLED screen than a Steam Deck and it should look beautiful. You're paying $350 from the Nvidia Tegra X1 mobile chip way back in 2015, making the Switch super underpowered, and it only has 64 gigabytes of base storage. Both handhelds have SD slots to increase the storage, but the Steam Deck has options of 256 up into 512 gigabytes of super fast NVMe SSD storage. The Switch cannot compare. You will have access to thousands of Steam games from day one, especially if you download Windows to the system because it's an open system. But Valve is working on an anti-cheat on Linux that should make your entire library playable right from SteamOS. Portable games that are on the Nintendo Switch are way more expensive. Outer Worlds is $39 on Amazon while running like trash on the Nintendo Switch. Compare this to the far superior handheld experience you will have playing Outer Worlds on the Steam Deck for only $22.92 on Steam to play on the Steam Deck or your PC. Now the Steam Deck is far more powerful. The Steam Deck has 16 gigabyte of LPDDR45 memory compared to 4 gigabyte LPDDR4 to the Switch. Valve knew to go big with the memory, which allows the Steam Deck to play AAA 2021 PC games. The power comparison is similar to way back in 2005 when the PSP and Nintendo DS went head to head, but without the distinguishing features of the Nintendo DS, including touchscreen and dual screens. The Steam Deck's while docked with a USB hub or the unreleased official Steam Deck can handle 8K 60 FPS or 4K 120 FPS compared to the paltry Switch OLED's option of 180p 60 FPS. This extra power does come at the cost of battery life because the 15 watts of the Steam Deck will only play the latest AAA games for around 2 hours, and you expect between 2 to 8 hours with the Steam Deck depending on what games you're going to play. Now the Nintendo Switch at 7.5 watts will give you 4 to 9 hours of battery life, but remember the comparison between battery life is greatly going to depend on the games you're playing and the settings you're playing, and we're only going to know when we have the Steam Deck in our hands. I will discuss later how the battery life of the Steam Deck isn't really going to make too much of a difference in your purchasing decision. The Steam Deck is way less portable than Nintendo Switch. The Steam Deck's dimensions are 11.7 inches times 4.6 times 1.8 inches while weighing double the Nintendo Switch weight of 297 grams at 1.7 pounds, 669 grams. This is a hefty console. Compare this to the Nintendo Switch, and you can see how small it is. The Steam Deck would be about that big. The Steam Deck is a lot more portable than a gaming laptop, but don't expect it to be anywhere near as portable as the Nintendo Switch, which can easily fit in jeans pockets. I expect it more to be taken on unique scenarios like when you're in a plane or if you want to play at a friend's house. This will work great as Valve are working on a save state feature which will allow you automatically to resume playing on your PC gaming rig straight to your Steam Deck whenever you're at your friend's house. Now this is one of the benefits of SteamOS and why you won't want to simply rip it off and download Windows on day one. It's a bit too big to carry with it on the go to somewhere like the park unless you have a backpack, especially with the case that comes free with every single model. And this kind of makes it comparable to a gaming laptop anyway. If you're finding value in this video, please like and subscribe because it helps it spread to more people. But the Steam Deck is future proof. Unlike the Switch, which struggles and will continue to struggle even worse with porting recent third-party games such as Doom Eternal, the Steam Deck is packed with enough power to even play with the latest PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series games such as Control. Games like The Witcher 3 and the BioShock collection are perfectly playable yet inferior experiences on the Switch. But more modern games like Outer Worlds, which was released in 2019, are trash and don't play well with the Switch whatsoever. This trend is only going to get worse as the Nintendo Switch technology is back in 2015 and will continue to show its age over time. The Steam Deck likely will reduce developer incentive to port third-party games onto the Nintendo Switch. As why would you go through all that trouble of optimizing dated software when you can use the latest modern technology and have a far superior playing experience and developer experience putting games straight to SteamOS. Steam Deck will take sales from the Nintendo Switch, but it's not like you think. So the Nintendo Switch has two demographics of players. One demographic buys the Nintendo Switch to play AAA Nintendo exclusives. This was me when I bought Nintendo Switch to play Super Smash Bros. The other demographic are more casual gamers who want a handheld gaming experience, or the mobile players who just want a portable device to play games on. The Switch was the best option until now. Remember, the Switch sold 28 million copies during the pandemic year of 2020. Not all of these were strict Nintendo gamers. There were people who were bored. So the Steam Deck offers a vast superior gaming experience in resolution, in frame rate, in load times, everything at $50 more than the dated Nintendo Switch. So it's a no-brainer in my opinion which one you should buy if you're not a Nintendo gamer. The sales of Nintendo Switch will definitely suffer because of the arrival of the Steam Deck, but it's not all doom and gloom for Nintendo, as it's the only way to play some of the best games ever made, like AAA Nintendo exclusives such as Breath of the Wild 2, outside of emulation. I hope I cleared up some of the issues and distinguished the differences between the Steam Deck and Nintendo Switch to make your purchasing choice easier. Watch my other video where I explain the 9 reasons why the Steam Deck is guaranteed to succeed, including that it's an emulation powerhouse. Please like if this helped you. I'm the gaming man. We're all gamers here. Let's just get along. Goodbye.